Welcome to another edition of Play Branson, where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. My name is Chris Meyer. I'm your host, along with Haley Westrich. Haley, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Good.
So we're having fun. This is our 20th episode.
Wow.
So we're up into the 20s now.
Yes,
So
that's exciting.
pretty exciting. You know, I'm getting kind of tired of watching the news.
Yes.
And so it's just such bad, and they keep beating each other up. And so, you know, we're doing this new segment here in June, and so I want to get people's feedback on it, whether they like it or not. But it's dumb questions or things that make you go, And so for some of us that saw Arsenio Hall years ago, he would do that, things that make you go, And so here's a few questions. We've been doing this over the last couple of weeks, but here's some new ones. So here you go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay.
How do you throw away a garbage can?
I don't know.
They don't know to throw it away when you pick it up. If a mirror reverses right and left, why doesn't it reverse up and down?
It's a good question.
That is a good question. Now, you've heard about some of these other mirrors, like skinny mirrors, where they're putting them in clothing stores to make you look thinner. I was at a hotel a while back, and they had a mirror, and it actually made me look short and fat.
Oh, no.
So that wasn't good. We didn't like that mirror. Why do kamikaze pilots wear helmets?
That's true.
Think about that one. Okay, here's one. I don't understand this one. Why do hot dogs come 10 to a package, but the buns only come 8 to a package? So you have to have someone eat a plain hot dog without the bun. I don't know. Or you have to buy more buns.
Right.
Okay. Last one. Why do they call it chili if it's hot?
Yes.
There you go. Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's my either serious or good question, however you want to look at it. This is a thought-provoking question. If you had to be trapped in a TV show for a month, which show would you choose?
Lately, I've been addicted to the Gilmore Girls, so I'd have to say that just because they're crazy adventures.
Okay. There's two I've been kind of leaning to. Is Designated Survivor. I love that show. It's a great show. And Kiefer Sutherland, he just becomes president and he's dealing with everything. Or I'd like to be on NBC Nightly News because I'd really change it up.
There you go.
You know, so one of those two things. We film here at the Branson Mill, and I just want to give a shout out today to our friends just up the street at the Comfort Inn and Suites. They just recently won Comfort Inn Hotel of the Year.
Yes.
And that's a huge deal out of the whole country. And Steve Graber, general manager up there, hats off to you. You do an awesome job, and your staff does an awesome job. And so we're proud of you for doing that. And you know what? It just shows we have some of the best hospitality in the country right here in Branson, Missouri.
Absolutely. And we've got an awesome entertainer with us today as well. His show is very magical. So when we come back, we're going to make welcome Mr. Dave Hamner.
The Holiday Inn Express, Green Mountain Drive. It's the perfect resort hotel for your next Branson stay. Check into one of our many room types. Then relax in the refreshing indoor pool and hot tub. Enjoy the free hot breakfast every day. For more information or to make reservations, call 800-321-7275.
Welcome back to Play Branson. We're here with Dave Hamner with Hamner's Unbelievable Variety Show.
That's right. It's unbelievable.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's good to have you on the show.
It's good to be here, Chris.
I've known you for many, many years.
Many moons, my friend.
And so, but there's a lot of people maybe out there watching that haven't got to know you yet.
Probably
and so,
not unless they've been to Branson or Phoenix or California, one of those.
So talk to us a little bit about your history in performing and how you got to Branson, Missouri.
Well, I grew up in a church situation where we had gospel magic, and people would come in. We had vacation Bible school, and so I grew up around the magic thing, and I just fell in love with it. And so it always was part of who I am. And so my parents would get us magic sets, just like the parents get the kids' toys and things. And so we would love to play with the magic and be part of that. So it was something that always enamored me. Growing up then, of course, I did the sports thing at Phoenix Christian High School, went into the sports, but we went back to Disneyland with our choir one time. I was in the choir at Phoenix Christian High, And we went into the magic shop there at Disney, and it started to spark again.
Huh.
And so from then on, I was about 17 at the time, from then on until now, I won't mention my age, but today's my birthday. But anyway,
Happy birthday.
How old I am. I've been doing it ever since. And so we started out doing it in churches and as ministry and outreach. We went into public schools with it. We did an anti-drug show called the DARE program. We were part of the DARE program out in L.A., Los Angeles. And then we started developing a parrot act. We got into the Magic Castle in Hollywood in L.A., performed there, performed at different places, Universal Studios, we performed down there. And then the Osmonds got hold of us, and we came out and we worked with the Osmonds out here in Branson.
Okay.
And so we were there several years with Jimmy and the gang, and we love them. They're dear friends of ours. And we always thank them for giving us a start out here in Branson.
And you know, the Osmonds have brought in a couple different people
Yes,
I know
they
to
have.
town over time
And
as
many
well.
of them are still here.
Yeah, we interviewed a guy from Haley. Where was it? It was over at King's Castle.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Jay
That-
McManus.
Yeah, and so he came to town because of the Osmonds. So, how many years ago was that you were
I
there?
think
with them?
19 years ago. now.
19
Yeah.
years. So you've been performing in Branson a long time.
Long time. And then we would go out, but I always wanted to come back to Branson. And then the Lord worked it out that we could come back here in a permanent situation. We got into the theater we're in now back in 2004, and we've been there ever since.
Wow, time flies.
It does.
It's hard to believe it's been that long.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Haley, I know has a question for you.
So you've been on a few different television shows and different networks. Tell us
Yes.
a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, we were originally we were on a show called NBC's World's Greatest Magic. When we were at the Magic Castle in Hollywood, Gary Willett, the producer of that TV series, came and saw us.
Cool.
And he came up after we did our parrot act in the palace there, and he said, "I would love to put you on television." I said, "I would love to be on there with my beautiful wife and our birds and everything." And so we lined it all up. And here's what happened. We were actually out here working in 98, 99. We were with Jimmy the one year, and then we were at a show called Branson City Lights.
Yes.
And they gave us a leave of absence because we were on a network TV special. And I forget how many millions of people saw that show, but the man that was producing that show was so excited that so many people, Jim Thomas it was, who produced
Right,
that show.
Jim Thomas.
He was so excited that so many millions of people saw that show. It was the top rated show. It won the ratings. And so we were on that show back in 98, and it gave us a leg up. A lot of people got to recognize who we are and what we do. But we didn't want to go anyplace. We had offers to go to Korea, to play in production shows all over the world, but we wanted to stay right here in Branson, so we chose to stay here. Then it wasn't too long after that that Carmen, the singer that works a lot in the Praise the Lord show, Christian gospel singer, he came and his people got a hold of us, and they said they need a special act for their harvest show that they're doing, and they film it through the PTL show. And so we came, and he came out here, and we filmed it live. We made a Hummer appear with Carmen in it right out in front of Jimmy Osmond's Jukebox Theater, and it was a lot of fun. And so we were on that show, the Harvest Special, with Carmen and the PTL show. And we've been on other shows on television and worked other shows, but that's two of the big ones that we did.
So I see here you've also received the Magic Masters Award. Tell us what
From Las
that's about.
Vegas. Yeah. That's a secular award. You never know what you're going to get. And so you perform and you do your thing. We were in many competitions with our act, and we've won a lot of awards with our unique act with the exotic birds. Because not all magicians use the big exotic birds.
Right.
We have 10 of them that come out. They fly all over the room. So if you want to come see that. And,
I was thinking, I was like, should I call you the Birdman?
you can call me whatever you want. The Birdman's Hamner the Birdman. But we did that act, and it got us a lot of notoriety. And we did win several awards. But the Magic Masters is one of the top-rated awards because it's given by professional magicians to a magician.
Okay.
And some of the top names in the world at the time sat down behind closed doors, and they picked Denise and I. And it was a very prestigious thing, and we felt very flattered that they gave it to us.
Well, that's awesome. Folks, this is a good stopping point for us, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Branson's newest show is full of familiar faces. Hamner's Unbelievable Variety Show. See the most amazing entertainers in the world as they join together for this unbelievable stage show spectacular. Birds appear, people fly, voices soar. Hamner's Unbelievable Variety Show. It will amaze you. For more information, call 417-334-4363 or visit hamnersunbelievable.com.
Welcome back to Play Branson. We're here with Dave Hamner, who's with the Hamner's Unbelievable Variety Show. And Dave, it's good to have you here on your birthday, of all things.
Yes. I have special dispensation just to come over here and be part of this.
Thank you.
But it's good to be here. It is good to be here, Chris. And Chris, I love what you do here in this city and what you do in the town with your family. And you mean a lot to us. And you help us a lot, too. You send a lot of folks our way. So we appreciate that.
You're welcome. Good to have you.
Yeah.
Well, you've got an incredible show this season. So tell us just a little bit about that.
Well, we do all kinds of different things in the show. We've got, of course, we do the magic in the show, so we start out with that. And we do the birds, and people like the exotic birds and all that kind of stuff. So we do the magic. And we have Grand Illusion also. We design and develop original illusions, and the people seem to really get a kick out of that. And then we have Jeff Brandt, one of the world's most incredible impressionists. 13 years he opened for Wayne Newton. He was just inducted into Iowa's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just this year.
That's
big deal.
cool.
He's going to be going back for a big induction, and we're really proud of him. He's awesome. Then we have Tamara Tinoco, who, for the show award, she was voted Branson's Female Vocalist of the Year. She's awesome. She's in our show. We love her. She's a showstopper. We have Anthony Sumiatin on the big wheel. He's used to perform the Cirque shows. He's a Russian.
Okay.
And then we have our youngest member of our cast, Maria Sarek, is still with us, and she does the aerial act, and she's a world champion dancer. We have Cassidy Koenig, who was formerly with Twice Adopted. She's a wonderful little singer. It's an international cast. She's from Guatemala. Then we also have our premier dancer is A.J. Hurd. She's from Canada. We have downtown Kenny Brown, who is from America, and he's our comedian, entertainer, dancer. He is just totally full of fun. And we have singing, dancing, music, and variety acts. We close with an award-winning tribute to the veterans. It is a well-rounded show. There's something in it for everyone. If you don't like something, wait 3 or 4 minutes. It's going to change real quick on you.
And that's why it's called the Ultimate Variety Show, because it is a lot of variety.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So besides the show, you do something pretty special at your theater on Sundays.
We have a Sunday service called Branson Gospel Sunday Service. It's a free service. We invite the patrons back, the tourists, and the people that come and visit us. And then we have a local group of about 100 to 150 people that call this their church. I get to speak and preach every Sunday, and I'm legitimate. A lot of people go, where did you get your education? I went to Southwestern Baptist Bible College.
All right.
And then I moved out to California, to the West Coast, and went to Talbot Theological Seminary, and I got my Master's of Divinity in Bible exposition. I do love to preach, and I do love to teach, and so it's a teaching ministry, but also we have some of the best singers. Tamara's in our church, and she sings Mike Walker, who is in our theater, and he has Conway Remembered, and he has the Lasting Impression show. He's awesome. He writes his own music. He's there. The Herzog brothers, Cassidy Koenig shows up and sings periodically. Bernie Parquette is there. Gary Dooms. It's a total Sunday. I mean, if you want to come in your way from your church home on a Sunday, you come to our place and you feel like you've been in church. An hour and 15 minutes will help start your Sunday off right.
Well, and a lot of people that do come to Branson go to church here on Sundays, whether it's the local Baptist church or places like yours, because that's important to a lot of our tourists that come here.
Yes.
And so I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell them to come on over. We'll have a good time.
So for people that maybe don't know where your theater is, can you tell them where it is and then when your show is?
We're the theater with the big columns, so it kind of looks like a big courthouse. Somebody called it a courthouse. So if you come down the road on Shepherd of the Hills, of course it's RFD TV Theater on the corner. You come down Shepherd of the Hills Expressway, past Shoji Tabuchi. Then on the right, directly on the right, you're going to see the Pierce Arrow Theater. And then just about 50 to 60 yards further, if you look up on the hill, you're going to see Hamner's Variety Theater. We're set back up on the hill across the street from Pierce Arrow Theater.
Right. And then tell us, what days do you guys perform?
Hamner's Unbelievable is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday night at 8. Sunday, we had a matinee at 3. There's 5
Okay.
opportunities to see Hamner's Unbelievable. We tell them there are no excuses unless you come up with one.
Okay. Folks, we have ran out of time already. It's always amazing because this time always goes so fast. And so we would encourage you to go see Dave Hamner at the Hamners Unbelievable Variety Show. You're going to have awesome magic, singing, dancing. Just, I mean, it's going to be a great show. And if you're in town on Sundays, go by and see Dave there. You're going to get some great gospel and great preaching. And coming up this weekend is Father's Day. And so we want to say hats off to all the fathers out there, and really to our ultimate father who paid the ultimate price for us. The Hughes brothers also do have a Father's Day special show going on. And so when you're planning your entire vacation, be sure to go to ibranson.com where you can buy tickets to Dave Hamner's show, as well as other shows and attractions and lodging, or you can call 1-877-ENTERTAIN. And so this has been another edition of Play Branson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.